Okay, Elle Wilson is a successful entrepreneur, award-winning educator, #1 Amazon best-selling author, and one of the beauty industry's leading life and business strategists. Elle is the creator and founder of TrueBrow International, helping hundreds of women entrepreneurs build and grow their businesses. And it's great to have her with us here on Ticker News. Welcome in today.
Hi, Adrian. How are you?
Going well. Thanks.
Here.
Thanks for your time and your patience. I know you've been sitting back watching the show. Also, I love the backdrop as well. I got to mention your backdrop. Bit of colour always adds something.
Thanks, Adrian, so much. Well, who doesn't love flowers and who doesn't love roses, right?
No, it's great. It's very, very good. Some of the other guests we have on, they don't go to as much effort, so I appreciate that. Anyway, hey, let's get into this. Firstly, how can entrepreneurs, do you think, utilise visible results to grow their business in the digital world? What would you say about this one?
Oh, look, I think that's just such a fantastic question, isn't it, really? It's so relevant right now because so much of what we see is in the digital space. And also we're so used to seeing beautiful things on Instagram and Facebook. Like, we have so much more access. So I think that really when an entrepreneur wants to, especially in the beauty industry, or someone that actually wants to enter the beauty industry and they actually want to use that space, they really need to be very, very sure that what they're sharing is authentic, is real, is absolutely beautiful, and they're really mastering the skill. And I think it's just such a powerful way to demonstrate, and, like, show me, don't tell me, that kind of approach to business. There are a couple of things that I think that you've got to be really mindful of, and I think the authenticity is a key thing. Like a lot of the time things are shared that are not really exactly as they really look, and I think you really need to differentiate between marketing and really showing something that is really powerfully giving a result to another human being, like a real contribution to their beauty and to the way that they appear in the world, which is really important.
No, absolutely. It makes a lot of sense to me. Let's talk about the idea of a niche service or product. So a lot of people, entrepreneurs, they talk about mastering the niche. How important do you think this is for entrepreneurs?
It's absolutely key. I would even go down to micro niching. Like, I think it's really, really important to find the thing that you're going to be masterful at, the pain point that you're solving for your client. It's just so important. And if you've got to dig a little deeper to find that, I really think it's a very, very important thing. And especially in the beauty industry, Adrian, nowadays, it's huge because, in the days of old, and I can say that because I've been in the industry for over 36 years, believe it or not, that, we had to master everything. We had to literally know how to do it all. And one of the things that we really didn't know how to do was how to work with the natural brow. So in bringing in that kind of specialty niche for the beauty industry, I think it's really important. I think you really have to find something that you're in love with. Your whole being is in love with it, and they're going to pour your whole energy and your effort into becoming masterful at it. Niches are cool, they're fantastic, and they bring out the very best in us, but you've got to love it. You've got to make sure that you want to help. You want to help women or men, it doesn't really matter, really solve a pain point that they're dealing with. And I have to tell you, one of the pain points that they deal with right now is with the natural brow. And that's what we're finding. It's unbelievable. But really mastering down and getting amazing at that one thing. So powerful, so powerful.
Absolutely, yeah. I think it's focus as well in a way, right? If you've got so many things going on, it's hard to know where to put your energy. But just to finish, you talk about the biggest myth when it comes to being an entrepreneur and life as an entrepreneur. What's this one big myth?
Oh, I think the biggest myth is failure, that you can fail. As an entrepreneur, I don't know any successful entrepreneur that actually hasn't got all these wonderful stories to share about, how they've actually failed. And but it's not failure to us. It's like they're learning curves. You have to really accept in the world of the entrepreneurial world that you're never really failing. You have to actually really eradicate that word. You have to replace it with learning curves, because we're always learning. When you say yes to that adventure, of really sort of maneuvering your way, navigating your way through entrepreneurship. You have to open yourself up to all of the learning curves that are going to be in front of you, the challenges, the obstacles, and you just have to keep seeing them as part of almost your evolution, your own internal evolution and growth. So you're constantly stretching and stretching and stretching, and you're inspiring yourself as you're moving through all of these challenges. If you start seeing them as failures, then you start putting these limitations and blocks inside of yourself and in your mindset, and it just really doesn't work. So there is no such thing as failure in the world of an entrepreneur. An entrepreneur loves to continually grow and be challenged, and that's the adventure. And I think we need to hold that really close to our hearts, and especially for women, because, Adrian, there's so many more women entrepreneurs out there. There's so many women that are stepping in, especially even now, to their own online businesses or home businesses. And we have to be aware that these women really need the information and the knowledge to be able to move through this in a way that is really empowering to them. And they don't always have that knowledge as budding entrepreneurs. They sort of step in and just keep, moving forward without really understanding that, hey, it's okay. I'm not going to get it right. I'm not going to get it right all the time, but I'm always going to be growing. I'm always going to be learning, and I think that that's such a powerful thing, and a great myth to just eradicate out of your internal world, that somehow you're going to fail. I mean, I just don't see it like that.
Yeah, I agree completely. We enjoyed the interview so much here at Ticker News that we went well over time, and our producers and team were watching, and they brought in some flowers for me just to match your flowers as well.
That's adorable. I have to tell you, this backdrop is actually my backdrop every single day. I'm so sorry I didn't do anything special, but this is how it is.
No, you did. Elle, you did do something special. Don't ever say that to yourself. Only joking. Hey, I really enjoyed it. How can we reach out to you and learn a bit more about your work? Where can we head if we want to learn some more?
You can go to TrueBrow.com. You can go to, of course, TrueBrow on Instagram or on Facebook. You can find me. You can find me on Facebook. It's fantastic. No problem. We're everywhere. And we're always ready to chat with women that want to do amazing things with their lives. It's really such a joy. Yeah. Thanks so much for the opportunity to be here and connect with you so I could show you my flowers. Thank everyone for my flowers. They're beautiful.
Yeah, thank you so much. We'll talk again soon on Ticker News. Really appreciate your time today.
Awesome.